Hey everybody, I'm Isaac.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Zach.
And we're Hanson.
You are listening to Yale Radio.
Hello, this is WYBC New Haven. For Yale Radio, we're here with some very special guests today. As you probably know, today is Hanson Day. Hanson is coming to New Haven, and they're in the house. And I'd like to introduce you a very special guest, my friend Naima Coster.
Hello.
Naima Coster, she is a very good friend of mine, and she's also what is known as a fanson.
A fanson?
Yes.
Hello everyone, you may remember me from when we did a Hanson special on WYBC.
Oh yes, on my show last semester. But Naima has been a long-time fan of Hanson, and she's really excited to be here today. Am I forgetting? Wait, how many people are in this room? This room's really full.
Yeah, I think there are 3 other
Yeah,
people
who
in
are
this
these
room.
people here?
Oh yeah, hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah.
I was enjoying listening to your interview right here.
Oh yeah, my interview with my good friend Naima.
Yes.
Well, do you want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, well, I'm Taylor Hanson.
I'm Isaac Hanson.
And I'm Zach.
Collectively, we are, with our forces combined, we are a band called Hanson.
Oh yes.
It's kind of like Captain Planet. You know, we stick our rings out, we become something that saves
Oh
Earth
really?
from
What's your
pollution.
power? Like heart. The best one was heart, right? Because
No.
no.
No, that was the stupid one.
Oh,
love.
man.
It was the power of love.
I
know,
know,
but
it was, there wasn't a practical
Is that what you're
power
talking
there.
about? It's like, I make animals love me. Cuddle!
The power of cuddle.
But it's like the power of happiness. Kind of like the joy you bring to all your fans. I noticed outside you're
Nice
intense.
segue.
Yes, thank you. Practice long and hard.
Good.
I planned the whole Captain Planet thing. I just knew you were going to say that. By the way, I was practicing my interview questions, and my friend Naima, she was telling me what you were going to say. That's how much she knows you, so we'll
That's
see.
pretty great.
Yeah.
Well, I was guessing. We'll see if I was right.
Okay, cool. Well, so we saw you have this camp outside there. It's like a Fort Natural Reserve or something.
You know what? It is cool. I guess. Assume you're talking about the fans. I don't know
Yeah.
what else you could be talking about. We've always felt like that was kind of what event concerts should be like. Like you come and you hang out and it's like sort of this mecca quality of people coming together that share an interest in something. But what we've always been really, really lucky that we do have fans that are willing to do that. I mean, it's nasty outside. It's raining and cold. And I think, I don't know what to attribute that to, except for at least if we have some role in that, I think hopefully we're really passionate about what we do. And so if people feel like they want to do the same thing, well, if they're going to work at what they do and they're going to put all themselves into it, then that makes me want to.
Or maybe it's more like, hopefully you can press your fingers and say the passion that we have for our music is...
Or maybe they like the
infectious
music, but I
in
don't know about that.
Yeah, you
It
don't
could
know about
be
the
dumb luck.
Well, I was talking to the people who were online. They were first in line. One girl came down here Wednesday night without a tent. She has a little
Holy
umbrella.
crap.
Yeah, and so she was like, I was like, is that your tent over there? She's like, no. I was like, where did you sleep? She pointed to the tarp. The tarp. So if you see her in the front row, which you will,
We should get some sort of like nature adventure like magazine to do a story all about just fans and what they do to survive outdoors and concerts. Sort of like the same guys that like
survival handbook.
climb El Capitan. No, we want a Hanson.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what's the heavy metal parking lot?
Yeah, it's where
That one documentary.
about
parking lot?
all the metal fans that their whole like little mini city that they build outside of the concerts.
Definitely.
It's sort of our version of that.
Yeah.
Rock tailgating.
Yes.
Nice. So I was talking to these fans, and they said they've been fans since 1997. So now they're in their
10
20s,
years.
but they've stuck with you for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, we were saying that last night. I mean, we're just beginning to premiere new music.
Yeah.
We have a new record that comes out in May, but people have already begun to
From
find the music
Japan.
from Japan because we released it there. And so it's amazing because we were able to look at the fans and say, we want to thank you guys because 10 years ago, this year, this all began with, releasing our first major record. And it was kind of an amazing thing because I looked at all the, the fans in the front. It's like, I think they sort of wear that as a badge of honor. Like, we've stuck it out for 10 years. I mean, that's a long time.
Absolutely.
And for us even too, it's kind of a landmark. So now, last night we did the song Moombop, and we basically like pretty much let the audience take the whole song. And we
Because
felt
at
like
this point, it's like their song.
it's like it's
you know?
your song. I mean, you know it as well as we do, and probably remember some of the lyrics better than we do.
And it's probably one of these things though too. It's like you guys have been singing along with us for 10 years.
So
So
it's,
it's,
so,
you know,
you know,
yeah.
might as well take it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I heard that the sound of this new album is a little bit different from the past.
It is, yeah.
I don't know if you want to say anything about that. And I was also wondering about your move to the independent label and what kind of freedom that gives you, and if that's affected your music at
Yeah.
all.
Well, I mean, I think, well, first of all, with the sound of the new record, I definitely think that this record is unique in and of itself. I mean,
Well, one
it
thing
kind
is-
of combines every record that we've done, but it definitely goes somewhere else.
I mean, every record we make is different. So, I mean, in one way or another, if you actually follow the band, you go, oh, yeah, this record's different, this record's different. But I think this album, there was a very distinct thing that happened, and it was not just the musical influence that changed, it was actually the approach we took. And because we've always been three guys that write, play, and sing, it's like we have a tendency to sort of, from song to song, we'll treat everything like it's its own thing. Like, okay, let's take this all the way sonically. And with this record, we sort of said we want to limit kind of the tools that we have because we want that cohesive connection to be there between each of the songs. And so we recorded everything as live as physically possible. Like, we really did set up in a room and track everything live in the studio to sort of to really draw the songs together and sort of say, like, we're gonna have a few less colors to pull from, you know, when we're creating this, you know, painting. We're gonna sort of kind of pare it down. And I think what that did is it also empowered us to sort of let people really hear, kind of connect what we are as a live band back to this music. And you know, it's probably subtle for most people, but for us, we felt like it was a big, you know, shift.
Well, I also think that, I mean, it's important to say that it's not like that's some new philosophy, but it is an old school philosophy. You know, a lot of records these days, a lot of up and coming bands do not necessarily make records that way. And so for us, it was kind of, as Tay said, it was a purposeful kind of limitation on our part, saying, you know, we got to make this work with as few parts as possible, and also, as you said, bring the live thing in.
It was also, and Zach was about to say something, and I jumped in again to say something else. But I think it was also in some ways almost not kind of a reaction and a clear delineation from the way the last record went, because the last record was sort of this turmoil of leaving our old label and working with multiple producers, and kind of, it was very disjointed. And so with this record, we really wanted to do everything as a cohesive, you know, unit. And the idea of tracking it in our studio that we built about 8 years ago in Oklahoma, to bring a producer in from the beginning that we really, you know, love to work with, Danny Korchmar, and to track everything live. It was the total opposite of what we did on the last record, and we really drew the record together as one kind of piece. So.
Yeah.